So welcome back to pretty much every year my most requested video freaking ever. Almost every week I get comments or private messages asking me when I'm gonna do my updated collection of my PlayStation 3, and if you can actually see the other videos, it's always on May. May is PlayStation 3 Day. So yeah, here it is, and we're gonna start off with my collection, or my special editions or limited editions of my collection. Hopefully I can do this video in one sitting because it's kind of a long video. So get your cola, get your popcorn, and tell your parents to shut up the door, and let's start with the actual video. Now, like I said, first with the special editions. I got the Agros of War 0 special edition. I got the Agros of War 2 special edition. I got, of course, Final Fantasy 13 when I was still like, oh my god, a new Final Fantasy, and I actually played it. I was like, no, this is not Final Fantasy, no, what did you do? I got, of course, the Soul Calibur 5 special edition. I got Blaze Blue Extended special edition. This is the first Blaze Blue, the American version, because at that time I just wanted to play this game so badly and there was no release date for Europe, so I got the American version, I got the European Continuum Shift, and I got Arcana House 3 Limited Edition. Of course I had to get Ni no Kuni, the Wizard Edition. I have the American Special Edition of Demon Souls, and I just got the European Dark Souls Limited Edition. So that were all my limited and special editions. Let me all put it behind me. I have no idea where I'm going to put all those games, but we'll see. So, you stand here. Okay, so let's start off with Hyper Dimension Neptunia, Battle Fantasia, John Woo's Stranglehold, pretty cool game. Army of Two, also pretty cool game. Mercenaries 2. Red Alert 3, yes, I played it on my PS3. Agros of War, this is, yeah, Generation of War, just the first one. Cross Edge. Burnout Paradise. It's actually kind of funny because when I started with buying games for the PlayStation 3, I had in mind that I'm not gonna buy any multi-platform games. I'm just gonna play all the exclusives, because at that time I wasn't really playing that many games anymore. And there was a weekend I was chilling out at the city with friends. I was like, I want to play a new game, and there were no games. I mean, in 2007 there were no games for the PlayStation 3. And then I saw Burnout Paradise and I got the game, and I was so hooked with this game. I was like, I'm so stupid, I'm just gonna buy every game I want to play. Luckily, because otherwise I wouldn't have been playing a lot of great multi-platform games. So yeah, Burnout Paradise is definitely something special in my PS3 collection. Tomb Raider Underworld, Wolfenstein, Soul Calibur 4, Fallout 3, a great game, Black Side, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, Wet, a really cool action game, Eternal Sonata, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. I bought this game in a bundle with some other games, and I tried it out. It's not really my cup of tea. Let me put this here. Whoa, oh, it's falling, it's falling. So I'll put this here. Okay. Go there, go there. The Godfather, the Dawn's Edition. Dynasty Warriors Gundam 2. I played a lot of this game. Dynasty Warriors Gundam. Dynasty Warriors 6 Empire. This is the only game I almost have platinum for. I only need one trophy. Red Faction Armageddon. To be honest, I've been reading a lot of stuff about this game and everyone is saying this game's bad, but I'm actually playing it at this moment and it's a pretty cool game. Body count, mind jack, brink, rage, bullet storm, Sengoku Basara, Samurai Heroes. Yes, pretty cool game. In Japan there is like this an updated version of some Sengoku Basara Heroes with a lot of other characters, a lot of other modes to play and a lot of content added to the game, but it never came out here. But I'm definitely trying to get this from Japan. Earth Defense Force, Insect Armageddon. I love this franchise. I even played it on the Xbox 360. Yes, I played it on the Xbox. And finally the original developers are making the new game of the Earth Defense Force and it looks absolutely amazing. I cannot freaking wait to play it. Blades of Destiny, or yes, oh no, Blades of Time. Really funny. Army of Two, the 40 Day. Let me put it again like here. Mugen Souls. White Knight Chronicles 2, Borderlands Game of the Year Edition, Lollipop Chainsaw, Azura's Wrath, really cool game, Ace Combat Assault Horizon, Still Sealed Dynasty Warrior 7, Magian and the Lost Kingdom, Just Cause 2, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 2, and like I said, this was also in that bundle. Dead or Alive 5, I love Dead or Alive. Tekken Tag Tournament 2, but this is definitely the better game than Dead or Alive 5. This is like the Tekken game that Tekken says should have been. This is like almost as good as Tekken 3. Tekken 6. Ultimate Marvel vs Capcom. Mortal Kombat Complete Edition. Mortal Kombat. Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. Super Street Fighter 4. Was this King of Fighters 13? Yes, 13. I by the way also got Street Fighter 4, but it's like over there. I forgot to pick it up. Nier. Oops. Dragon Age 2. Dragon Age Origin. Dragon Age Origin is definitely much better than Dragon Age 2. Final Fantasy 13 2. Because I didn't like the new Final Fantasy game, I did buy the second game of Final Fantasy 13, but I just don't want to play it. I have such a bad taste of Final Fantasy 13. Dynasty Warrior 6. King of Fighters 12. Virtua Fighter 5. Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, great game. I freaking love this game. Ninja Gaiden Sigma. Dead Space, the game I didn't knew anything about. I mean, seriously, nothing. I just, all of a sudden someone told me like, hey, check out Dead Space. And I was like, oh, Dead Space? But this game is so freaking amazing. This is a game what a Resident Evil game was back in the days. This game actually made me scared and I just didn't want to play it in the dark because I am scared pretty fast, but not with like gore and blood, but more like a really creepy atmosphere. And there was this woman or girl singing this really creepy song that just, it's freaking annoying. When I heard that song I was like, where's my machine gun, where's my machine gun? So yeah, a really great game. I freaking love Dead Space. Resident Evil 5, and Unreal Tournament 3, right? Yeah, Unreal Tournament 3. Love that game too, by the way. klaudkil, really cool Japanese RPG, one of the best on this generation on the PlayStation 3. White Knight Chronicles, it's a good game. It's definitely a good game. A lot of customization. Darkness 2, Darksiders 2, Dragon's Dogma. I still need to get the expansion, The Dark Arisen. No More Heroes, Heroes Paradise, Lord of the Rings, War of the Rings, right? Yes, War of the North. Mass Effect 2. Finally I tried out Mass Effect 2, and in the beginning I definitely liked the game, but for some reason it still felt like a shooter, and for me if a shooter is longer than 8 hours it gets boring. So after 12 hours this game got boring. Sonic Generation, the first and only Sonic game I have in my entire game collection. Rayman Origins, Doom 3, the, what is it, like this BFG edition, Borderlands 2, Star Ocean International, a great Japanese RPG, Rune Factory, Tides of War, like Tides of Destiny, Tales of Graces F. I cannot wait for Tales of Xillia coming out this freaking year. I cannot wait. Binary Domain. If you love third-person shooters, if you love robots and Japanese type of games, if you love like Vanquish, definitely try this game out. It's not as good as Vanquish, but it's a really good game. Way of the Samurai. So yeah, Way of the Samurai 3. Way of the Samurai 4 is actually coming. I don't know when I'm gonna get it in the mail, but it's coming. Crysis 2. This game took me by surprise. First off, I played it in 3D. It looks absolutely amazing in 3D. And secondly, this game looks amazing. And thirdly, I actually enjoyed the storyline. I just enjoyed the gameplay. It was really well made. It's definitely one of the best looking games on this generation for multi-platform. It doesn't beat out Killzone. A lot of people are saying, this game looks better than Killzone 3. It doesn't beat out Killzone. It doesn't beat out God of War. It doesn't beat out Uncharted. But for a multi-platform game, this game looks absolutely amazing. I loved Crysis 2, and I still need to get Crysis 3. Warriors Orochi 3, Armored Core 5. There's a new Armored Core coming out for a day. Knight's Contract. Front Mission Evolved. Oh, Front Mission Evolved. It's different than the other Front Mission games, where it's not a tactical turn-based strategy game, but it's more like an action third-person shooter, but then with robots. More like Armored Core, but then definitely different, more faster paced, and the customization is extremely limited compared to Armored Core. Under the Feet HD Deluxe Edition. I love shooters, I love Japanese shooters, and there is a new shooter coming out. It's a port of an Xbox 60 game. It's a cave shooter called Katsui. It's coming out July 25, only in Japan, but of course I'm gonna get it. Two Worlds 2. I got the Royal Edition, really big box, really cheap. The game itself, I don't know. Dante's Inferno. If you love God of War, definitely try this game out. Yes, it's a God of War clone, blah 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 blah. It's an amazing looking game, it's an amazing playing game. I really like the story, and I just like the game overall. It's definitely a bit different than God of War, but the battle system is almost the same. Deus Ex Human Revolution. The Lord of the Rings Arrogance Adventure. Dead Island's Game of the Year edition, even though they never got a Game of the Year award. Whatever. Quantum Theory, this is kind of funny. First up, this was announced as a PS3 exclusive game, I think in 2008 or 2009, I'm not really sure. And it was like the game that should beat out Gears of War. But at the end they also ported it to the Xbox 360 and this game is awful. Really funny. Dungeon Siege 3 and Vanquish. This game is absolutely amazing. If there is any game out there that rivals a little bit of what Gears of War is, that is definitely Vanquish. Vanquish is Gears of War on speed. I mean, on some kind of drug. It's really amazing. Alright, just keep it on the ground. Do not fall, do not fall. No, it didn't fall. Okay, so Last Rebellion. It's kind of funny. At the start of the generation, up to 2008, 2009, there were quite a lot of Japanese games released on the PlayStation, but most of them were absolutely bad, awful, or just mediocre. It's kind of funny because now like the big hitting Japanese RPGs are coming or have already been released, like Ni no Kuni and Tsushima are coming, and some, this Gaia 4 and stuff. 3D Dot Game Heroes, an amazing game and a unique game, even though it does play like Zelda. It's all built up of like dots. It's a little bit of an homage to the older type of RPGs. It's a must-have if you're a Japanese RPG fan. Now, Killzone 2. I freaking love this game, and we all know this game, like Killzone 1 it's an okay game. It wasn't really that popular, but it looked pretty good. And then Killzone 2 came, everyone was like, this isn't in-game, it's impossible, the PlayStation 3 can't do it, because it looked better than everything on the Xbox 360. And then the videos started to pop up, Sony themselves played the game on E3, and then everyone was like, holy shit, this game looks amazing. And it did receive a lot of attention, it had good scores, and it's just a really good game. But it's nothing special. Well, in my opinion, it's special because I really liked Tesari, I really liked the world of Killzone, of Helghast, but for a lot of people it played too slow and it was just a shooter. Metal Gear Solid 4, an amazing game. Motorstorm Pacific Rift. It's actually a long time ago when I obsessively played a lot of Motorstorm Pacific Rift. I absolutely love this game. It's really a shame that with the newer Motorstorm that, I don't know, I just didn't really like the newer Motorstorm. The original Motorstorm. Valkyria Chronicles, one of the gems, the lost gems, the hidden gems, the jewels of the PlayStation 3 Collection. A game where, in 10 years from now, people will say, oh my god, do you have Valkyria Chronicles? The game was amazing, it's so hard to find. This game is absolutely a blast to play. Katamari Forever, didn't even know I had this game. Whatever. Heavenly Sword, I like this game. I really like this game. I hope Sony is making a new game for the PlayStation 4. I truly hope. Mobile Suit Gundam Target Inside, I just got it because it was cheap, like 2 or 3 euros. It's a Gundam game, it's a Japanese game, it's a game, that's why I got it. This Gaia 3, Little Big Planet, amazing platform game. It's definitely the Mario for Sony. Castlevania Lords of Shadow, an amazing looking game. Shadow of the Damned, Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage. I still need to get 2. Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3. This game looks amazing. This team that made this game should make the new Dynasty Warrior game with the engine of this game. Lost Planet 2, Catherine, Resident Evil 6. It's a good game. It's a good game. Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, haven't played it yet. Kingdom of Amalur Reckoning, yes, still though. Child of Eden. This game is really awesome in 3D. Dead Rising, Off the Record. Dead Rising 2, by the way, and this is just the original Dead Rising 2. Enslaved Odyssey to the West, one of the first games this generation that I completed in one sitting. This game is absolutely amazing. I love the story. The Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim must have for PS3, Xbox, PC, I don't care, a must have game. Bayonetta, Hunted the Demon Forge, pretty cool game. Warhammer 40k Space Marine, this is also a game I didn't know anything about. I just saw a video on YouTube and someone was playing this game. I was like, hey, this game looks absolutely good. And I played it, and yes, you do think you are a freaking Space Marine. It's an amazing game. The limited edition of Dead Space 2, not as good as Dead Space 1, but still a great game. And Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition, even though I have to warn you, if you have Dark Souls 2, just on disc, and if you buy this game, it will not update your Dark Souls 2 game. So you have to buy the downloadable version on the PlayStation Network or Xbox Live to actually play the expansion. It's really weird. So I have to buy this game and I have to buy the downloadable version. And I hate downloading things. But for Dark Souls, I just wanted to do it. I want to support the franchise, and hey, we are getting Dark Souls 2. I cannot freaking wait for that game. I also import Japanese games, and this is the first in this video. So Hatsune Miku Project Diva F. Just a week ago I completed the game where I beat all the songs. Easy, but yeah, it's a really cool game. Vampire Collection or Vampire Resurrection Collection, pretty much Darkstalker Collection. And that's a name I cannot pronounce because I can't read Japanese, but it's a shmup. Again, a game I cannot pronounce because it's Japanese, and it feels like a Super Smash Bros. But then limited. But it has really cool color paint graphical style to it, really amazing. Aquapaza, Aqua Plus Dream Match, a fighting game, really cool. If you love Street Fighter or King of Fighters, this is definitely a must have. But it is kinda expensive though. Another Ace Sanctuary R. This is like a robot game where from Gundam and Mech Warriors and all kinds of Gundam anime and games, they put it together to form one game. But I've been hearing this game is pretty bad, and I played it, I don't know, it's a little bit choppy. I know what this game is, if you see it, I know what this game is. It's an old school RPG. You can buy it on the PlayStation Network, but the name is something like Legista, something like that. But it's a really cool game. Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn. Twisted Metal, it's a cool game. Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. I always think about Sly Raccoon, but now it's called Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. Starhawk, I loved Warhawk, and when they announced Starhawk I was like, holy shit, yes, finally. And they announced the gameplay where you could actually build your own bases and fortresses, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But online, no one does it. It's totally chaos. It's not as good as Warhawk is definitely the better one. Much better. Mod Nation Racer. Little Big Planet 2. Mag, the Collection Edition. Yes, this game works. 256 players on one freaking map. It's absolute chaos. It's war, it's how every first-person shooter should have been, but they could have added a little bit more of vehicles or airplanes, but I think then it will be too chaotic even for the PlayStation 3, but this game was really cool. Wipeout HD Fury, The Eye of Judgment. Ratchet and Clank Quest for Booty. Yeah. Ratchet and Clank A Cracking Time, the Collection Edition, and I didn't even want the Collector's Edition, but my mom got it for me. So I was like, oh mom, would you get me this game? You know, I paid her money, and she got it, and she got the Collection Edition, and she said, yeah, it's the same price, so I didn't know it. So yeah, because this is like from like carton box, and I just want to have plastic, but whatever. Ratchet and Clank Tools of Destruction. Uncharted Drake Fortune, the game that started it all. It was really cool. In 2007, at the E3 show, they showed of course the Playstation 3, it just got released, and I saw this game, this action game, this Indiana Jones type of game. And I was looking at it and I was like, blah, I don't care about it, it doesn't really look really interesting. And when the demo got released, I was like, I have nothing to play, because the PlayStation 3 had no games. And I was like, okay, I want to check out the demo. And I played it, I was like, this game looks really cool, it looks really good. And I checked out on some reviews, and everybody was saying, this game is amazing, and the graphics are amazing. And so I got the game, and this game is amazing. It's a really, really good action, adventure, shooter, doesn't really matter, game. This is also the game I played and completed the most in my entire collection. And why? First off, I played a normal game, just Uncharted. I played it on easy, on normal, and on hard. But then a patch got released with all the trophies. So I played it on normal and hard. And I was beginning with crushing, but at that time there were so many games coming out, I was like, I don't want it anymore. So that's why I completed this game at least 5 times. Resistance Fall of Man, the launch game I got with my PS3, it's a good game. Resistance 2, not as good in my opinion, story-wise, as Resistance 1, but still a good game. Warhawk, an amazing like online Battlefield type of game. I played this a lot, and it was really cool because you could play like on your own television up to 4 players and then go online. That was really cool. And the funny thing is you actually see a lot of people doing that. And I mostly played with my brother, sometimes with my sister online, and yeah, it was really cool, a lot of fun. And I was actually pretty good at this game. Infamous, a really cool action hero type of game that's not really kiddie like Marvel is. I just don't like DC Comics or Marvel, I don't know, I just don't have any connection with it. And Infamous is pretty cool. Uncharted 2, yeah, one of the best games they made for this generation. It's an amazing and absolutely amazing game. It's a must-have for every gamer. SOCOM Confrontation, everybody was picnicking this game, like, this game sucks, this and that, and there were a lot of bugs. And it got released like a year after the American release here in Europe, so a lot of bugs were helped, a lot of patches. But when SOCOM 4 came out, there were quite some people that were saying, this game wasn't really that bad compared to SOCOM 4. That's more like Call of SOCOM 4. Haze, the Halo killer that absolutely flopped. It's okay, the game is okay. I enjoyed it a bit, but I had nothing else to play at the time. Pain, this is just a physical release of a downloadable game. It's a pretty cool game. I even forgot that I had this game. Pretty cool, Pain. You have to like this guy on a catapult and you have to shoot him and just make him pain, make him suffer. It's kind of funny. Folklore and Lair. Okay, the last bit. This Gaia 4, finally HD graphics, finally. Infamous 2, I cannot wait for the new Infamous on the PlayStation 4. They released some screenshots and holy shit, it looks good. Motorstorm Apocalypse, like I said, I didn't really get into this game. I didn't like the city, the urban feel to it, and with it's just a lot of chaos going on. and I just didn't like it as much as like the other Motorstorm games. Call of SOCOM 4, SOCOM 4 Special Forces, and it's called SOCOM 4 in America. Yeah, way too casual. They try to like please the Call of Duty players, and yeah, whatever. One Piece Pirate Warriors, second one is coming this year. Killzone 3, story-wise not as good as Killzone 2. I hated the ending, but graphically it's absolutely amazing looking, and that's actually pretty much it. Graphically it looks amazing, and gameplay is a little faster, and it's a good, cool game. It's a really good game. I'm really like shameful or regretful that I didn't get the really big limited edition with the head. That was pretty cool. God of War Extension, God of War 3, amazing games. The European version of Demon's Souls, Bleach Soul Resurrection, Gran Turismo 5, Heavy Rain, great game. I cannot wait for Beyond Two Souls. There are so many games coming out, even though the PlayStation 4 is on the horizon. Trinity, Souls of the Old, really cool action RPG, Japanese RPG though, really cool. Trinity Universe, Atelier Maruri, Atelier Totori, and Atelier Rona, and the new Atelier game, Atelier Ayeshu, is also coming. So hopefully I will receive it this week or next week. Hyper Dimension Neptunia Victory, Hyper Dimension Mark II, Uncharted 3, an amazing game. Ratchet & Clank All for One, Ratchet & Clank Q-Force, Resistance 3, much better than Resistance 2. I absolutely enjoyed Resistance 3. It got to a little bit back to the roots of Resistance 1. Dynasty Warrior 7 Empires, Dynasty Extreme Legends, Dynasty Warrior 7, Saint Seiya Sanctuary Battle, Yakuza 4, Yakuza 3, Yakuza Dead Souls, and last but definitely not least, Sony's All-Stars Battle Royale. So these were my games for the collection update video of 2030. Definitely stay tuned to next year, and I'll bet it will be much bigger than this, because I do need to get a lot of PlayStation 3 games. As you can see, I have not all the exclusive games, and there are so many games coming out this year and probably even next year and the year after that, that I'll definitely be doing a lot of collection videos for the PlayStation 3, as well like the PlayStation 2. I don't really do them anymore because, you know, I don't really get that many new games for the PlayStation 2, and for the PSP at the moment I am, but yeah, the PlayStation 3 is definitely at the moment the most active with collecting video games for. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave in the comments below what is your collection video, what is your collection of PlayStation 3 games. If you want to make a video response to this, definitely do it. I mostly always accept video responses, or like if you have something weird, I don't accept it, but every video response I pretty much accept it. So make your own video, and I'm definitely curious of what is your collection for the PlayStation 3. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and like always, I will see you next time.